Hello, everyone, and welcome to Royal Telly. I'm your host, Chloe. We've got a juicy topic to discuss today, the abrupt departure of Mike Graham from Talk TV. Now, this isn't just about one man losing his mic. It's a monumental victory for accountability over arrogance, a blow to the tabloid media houses, and a win for people like Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex. So, buckle up as we delve into the events that led to his departure. Now, let's dive into the events that led to his departure. Snappy. For years, Mike Graham has been a prominent figure in the media landscape, styling himself as the voice of common sense. Yet, if we look closer, his career was built more on confrontation than common sense, more on mockery than meaningful dialogue. He made a name for himself as a talk show host who weaponized outrage, not for the sake of justice, but for the sake of ratings. You might remember the infamous incident where he clashed with climate activists on air, aggressively and ignorantly claiming that concrete could grow. But more than anyone, his favorite targets were the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry and Meghan. Every time Meghan Sussex bravely spoke about her mental health or the cruelty she faced from the media, Graham found a reason to mock her. Every time Prince Harry opened up about his trauma or his charitable work, Graham accused him of hypocrisy. In his eyes, Harry's work for the Invictus Games was somehow un-British. His show on Talk TV, a part of Rupert Murdoch's News UK empire, became a constant echo chamber of anger and absurdity. But the great irony here is that Graham's downfall was caused by the very things he relentlessly condemned in others: a refusal to take responsibility and a lack of integrity. The ultimate breaking point was a vile and abhorrent racist post that appeared on his social media. Now Graham claimed his account was hacked and denied writing it. But what sealed his fate was his repeated failure to cooperate with the subsequent internal investigation by News UK. The man who loudly demanded transparency from the Sussexes about every single aspect of their lives suddenly went silent when the spotlight turned on him. His refusal to cooperate with the forensic firm appointed by the company speaks volumes and screams guilt. But the very things he relentlessly condemned in others led to his downfall. This isn't just about one man losing his mic. It's a monumental victory for accountability over arrogance and a major blow to the tabloid media houses that thrive on tearing down people like Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex. The breaking point was a racist post that appeared on Graham's social media, a post so vile and abhorrent it sent shockwaves through the entire media fraternity. Now, Graham was quick to cry foul, claiming his account was hacked and that he had not written the post. But a claim is just that, a claim. It's the evidence and the actions that follow which truly speak volumes. Let's delve a little deeper, shall we? Upon discovering the post, News UK, the parent company of Talk TV, launched an internal investigation. Now, you think a man who's made a career out of lambasting others for lack of transparency would jump at the chance to clear his name. But instead, Graham refused to cooperate. Yes, you heard that right. The very man who demanded accountability from the Sussexes and others chose to remain silent when it was his turn to be held accountable. His refusal to cooperate with the investigation was not just a sign of arrogance, but a blatant disregard for the principles of integrity and responsibility he so loudly championed. It was this repeated failure that ultimately led to his downfall. News UK had no choice but to dismiss him. They couldn't afford the toxicity, the embarrassment, and the liabilities that came with Graham's brand of reckless punditry. Graham's dismissal was more than just a personal defeat. It sent a loud and clear message to every other pundit who trades in manufactured outrage. The media houses are finally realizing that the viewership is not worth the liabilities that come with unaccountable punditry. So, what does this mean for Graham? Well, his loyalists will undoubtedly cry cancel culture. But let's be clear, this is not about cancel culture. This is about consequences. This is about accountability. It's about integrity over manufactured anger. And for Graham, his refusal to cooperate speaks volumes and screams guilt. Tapos na ospinsyarin. With his dismissal, a strong message was sent to pundits who trade in manufactured outrage. This is the sound of the tide turning, the sound of accountability ringing clear and loud in the halls of British media. The dismissal of Mike Graham from Talk TV is more than just one man losing his platform. It's a sign of the times, a signal to the entire tabloid media ecosystem that the days of tearing down individuals like Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex without consequences are over. For too long, Graham styled himself as the voice of common sense. But his version of common sense was built on confrontation, mockery, and the weaponization of outrage. He attacked anyone and everyone, from climate activists to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, with a special fondness for the latter. Every time Meghan Sussex spoke about her mental health or the media's cruelty, Graham was there to mock her. Every time Prince Harry spoke about trauma or his charitable work, Graham was there to accuse him of hypocrisy. But the great irony here is that Graham's downfall was caused by the very things he relentlessly condemned in others: a refusal to take responsibility and a lack of integrity. When a racist post appeared on his social media, he claimed his account was hacked and denied writing it. But it was his repeated failure to cooperate with the subsequent internal investigation by News UK that sealed his fate. Suddenly, the man who demanded transparency from the Sussexes about every single aspect of their lives went silent when the spotlight turned on him. This isn't cancel culture, as his loyalists will whine. This is consequence. This is the slow, inevitable transformation of British media, where audiences are finally demanding integrity over manufactured anger. Mike Graham didn't lose his job for being a brave truth teller. He lost it for being a reckless loudmouth who confused cruelty with conviction and couldn't live up to the basic standards of accountability he imposed on everyone else. This isn't cancel culture. This is consequence. The collapse of this empire of manufactured negativity is a victory for Meghan Sussex and Prince Harry. Indeed, the Sussexes' triumph is not just personal. It's a victory for anyone who has ever been victimized by the media's relentless negativity machine. For too long, the Sussexes have been the favorite target of a media ecosystem that thrives on tearing down individuals, not for their actions, but for who they are. The relentless attacks they faced were never about journalism, or even about them specifically. Instead, they served a larger purpose: maintaining an outdated, hypocritical power structure that profits from sensationalism, division, and voyeuristic intrusion into personal lives. This power structure has been perpetuated by individuals like Mike Graham, who have used their platforms not to inform or enlighten, but to stoke anger, foster division, and amplify negativity. They have weaponized their influence, turning it against those who dare to speak out, to advocate for change, or to simply live their lives authentically and unapologetically. But the downfall of Mike Graham and the blow it deals to the tabloid media ecosystem signals a shift. Audiences are growing tired of the manufactured outrage, the relentless negativity, the ceaseless personal attacks. They are demanding more from their media: more integrity, more authenticity, more respect for the individuals whose lives are so often treated as public property. The victory of the Sussexes is a testament to their resilience, their integrity, and their unwavering commitment to their values. Despite the relentless attacks, they have remained steadfast, using their platform to advocate for mental health, social justice, and systemic change, rather than engaging in the negativity that so often characterizes the media landscape. Today, one of that structure's loudest voices has been silenced by his own hubris. Good riddance. The Sussex's victory is a sign that the tide is turning. It's a sign that we as a society are beginning to reject the outdated power structures that have long dictated our media consumption. It's a sign that we are ready for a media that uplifts, that informs, that respects, and it's a victory for anyone who has ever been the target of the media's relentless negativity machine. And so, we see the fall of Mike Graham, a figure who confused cruelty with conviction and recklessness with bravery. A man who, instead of using his platform to promote understanding and empathy, chose to mock and deride those who dared to speak their truth. His abrupt departure from Talk TV isn't just about one man losing his mic. It's a monumental victory for accountability over arrogance and a major blow to the entire tabloid media house's ecosystem. This is a story that emphasizes the importance of integrity and accountability in the media. It's a story of how one man's hubris led to his downfall and how the refusal to take responsibility can have far-reaching consequences. It's a story that reminds us of the power of the audience, who are increasingly demanding honesty over manufactured outrage. But most importantly, this is a story about the slow, inevitable transformation of the British media. It's about the collapse of an empire of manufactured negativity and the rise of a new era where the voices of people like Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex can finally be heard. This is a victory for the Sussexes and for anyone who has ever felt silenced by the relentless, coordinated attacks of the media. It's a victory that confirms the power of truth over hypocrisy and of integrity over arrogance. Thank you for tuning in to Royal Telly. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, this is Chloe signing off.